directing this to, but I hope to gain some subscribers. Even then, welcome to Dying Light 2, folks! As you can see, I already have a continue, and I've gotten 2 endings so far. I am going to get the Renegade ending, but that's going to be in a whole later thing. But yeah. Anyways, I have completed the whole entire game, and I'm just here to give my afterthoughts about the whole situation and shit. With Dying Light 2, I like the direction they went in. It's not half bad direction, but I really prefer Dying Light 1's grittier, more realistic kind of flavor, I suppose. With how it's designed and how it's shown, it's pretty neat. And what they did for the E3 2019 trailer back then, they actually did it very well to what I like. Then came along the, well, I don't know if it was 2020 or 2021. I believe it's 2021. The 2021 trailer that I saw, it looked a little bit more vibrant, but it still had that grittier, more darkened feel. It even had the overgrown trees that you see down there in the city. Now, you see, with the direction that they took it, it's fine by my standards, but I would rather prefer the more grittier style. And how the gear works, it's sort of weird to me. It's more RPG-ish, kind of like that. Not saying that Dying Light wasn't an RPG. I mean, it was. It's an RPG, horror / survival. That's what I did for both of the games. Both Dying Light 1 and Dying Light 2. And there are no spoilers for my streams. I've already done everything, so don't worry about that if you're afraid of that. But yes, there is the paraglider, and there is the grappling hook, and it is a swinging thing, which I really like that sort of direction that they went, where they did it as a swing instead of the whole zipping around like Spider-Man. I still liked it whenever they sort of did it in a sort of sense back then. But with how much people abused it and how much they were skipping a lot of things, basically taking out the whole experience. Even I, myself, also there is licensed music, so credits to Techland for that. And their music is actually pretty neat. I don't mind it. It's awesome. It's pretty cool. But as I was saying, with all the changes and the updates that went to it, it did take out some of the fun, but it did give more ways to actually experience things. Because even with this sort of downgrade of this grappling hook... Oh, shit. That's embarrassing. My bad. But even with the downgrade of... yes, there is survival respawn, which is weirdly weird. Survivors can go through walls and shit. It's just really weird. Anyways, but with the grappling hook and stuff, you could still do the zippy around, like the zipping around, but not as much as you used to, like Spider-Man. Like, say I wanted to go over there, I could go like this. I don't know why the music kicks in at a time like that. I don't get as much as a sort of oomph, I suppose. I don't get as much as that. Now back then, I could even go. Oh my god, the music. The music is a little weird, where it activates like that. Now, back then I was able to make myself up all the way up. Of course, if I would do this on a taller building, I would probably die, not gonna lie. Let's find a taller building, just to show what I mean. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, I like the little voice lines that they put for Aiden when you're doing these sorts of combos. I still like using the grappling hooks for that. Ah! That was weird. That was weird on my part, my bad. But they also did it in a way where you could do... It's not technically a double jump, but it is sort of like a extend. That's a far jump that you could do. And kind of like how they did I can't speak anymore. I like how they did the little bridges, which is a pretty neat touch for some reason. I just really like that part. Don't mind the loading. It happens often, which kind of sucks. Come back here. You can still do that. It's stupidly good. Then I guess this building would be a good representation. Did I miss that drop? Oh no, I got it. I was gonna say this building is a good representation of what I mean. Alright. In the previous one, you could zoom all the way up. With the first update, you could barely go any high. Like you were stuck at this straight at the beginning. Now, with this one, you get two pretty good ounce before it goes bad. Now, I don't honestly mind it because at first I thought it was going to be like a big game changer and it'll take out all the fun, but no. It really did not take off any sort of fun. Jesus. It's hard to activate the paraglider for me. Don't fucking judge me. Like, you can counter it by just doing the wall run sort of things. You could just counter it like that. But, honestly, it ain't really a problem by my standards. Or a problem by my gameplay. Oh, yes. This can nullify damage because it's basically a trampoline. Whee! Whap, whap, whap. Honestly, I think Techland did a pretty good job, but I just kind of wish they stuck with the grittier kind of way. Oh shit. I do like how their direction with the grappling hook went. I really do like that. I like these sort of little scaffoldings on the side, which is pretty neat. Gives you away. These little bags of sand. Like the moveset of the parkour mechanics. It's just very fun to play. The paraglider sort of takes off everything from, you know, parkour sometimes. But it does work. It does work for the city. Especially in the center. And you can do that. I completely had to realize that I could do that. Bap. Whee! I like doing that little sort of whee! I like doing that because it does remind me of Spider-Man, but not like technically. Because I can do that. And it does kill them in one shot at my level. So, it's kind of like an easier way to just kill things. It's a pretty fun game. I'm not very good at the parkour mechanics, but I do like them a lot. It certainly fleshes it out. It fleshes... Jesus, what are my words? It fleshes out the movement system. Now, with the survivor sense, it's pretty weird. I don't know why they changed it to the fucking... the right analog stick. There we go. Jesus, I got no words. I like that though. I like that slow motion. It also works for bows and other items that you can throw, I believe. That was well. And yes, there's that thing. We. I like it gets all it gets all freaking pumped up over me jumping some cars. And trucks. And 18-wheelers. Or all 16-wheelers, I'm not sure. Well, I can't slide through that apparently. What I could before. But yeah, overall, it's a game that I would play and continue playing. That was a bad idea. Also, that was aimbot. I am... Oh, shit. Okay. Fuck off! What? That's confusion. But, hey, whatever happens, happens. With the combat system, it's more RPG-ish. With the blocking and all that, you could also roll. Like, watch. Dark Souls. Oh. They're still here. Don't get those combos sometimes. Ow! I hate how the fuck does it take off half of your health? That's one thing that I do not like. I did a hit on that guy. That should have counted as a stun. Oh, why are they target? Everything's targeting me. I just realized that. Don't get how that hit me. I like that. Like that. Cool. I don't know why I tried to roll out the way. Hate these zombies though, they're annoying. And there's a weird direction on how the fighting XP works. You don't get fighting XP for every hit you land anymore, which is an odd choice. Parkour still remains the same, like with the XP and such. Like, see, you barely get even one XP. Just one. Oh, this gives me time to heal. Nice. I like it when the zombies work together for me. Don't mind me. Come back here. I ain't letting one get away. Nice. Nice. You barely get any XP for the combat, which is sort of weird. And it's just kind of dumb in a way, I suppose. I mean, I get it. And there's also not enough inhibitors to actually max out both your stamina and your agility. Stamina is the same thing as agility. Jesus, what the fuck? Your stamina and your combat.
It smells delicious.
I like these NPCs though. They have good, interesting conversations. You can still do the swinging around like Spider-Man. You don't need the zipping around. It's fine without it. I can handle myself without the zipping around. With the zipping around, it's just because people want to cheese their way through the stuff sometimes.
Some people are on top, and others are at the bottom.
Nah. Some people are on top, and some people are on the bottom. Reminds me of how some people are tops and some people are bottom.
Got some fine swinging there, Spidey. Will you teach me?
Oh my god, he even calls us Spidey. I like that. That's pretty cool. I mean, we do swing like Spider-Man, so. But yeah, I'm not really mad about the swinging. At first, I was. That's because I thought it was like a game-changing thing. Like, oh no, they're gonna completely remove it or something. But no, they still have it in. They just made it less overpowered. Now, as I said, the paraglider does take out its ways for parkour. But there's still parkour elements around, you know? And then, what comes next would be the enemies. When it's the renegades, I like how they made it in a sort of adapting sort of thing. Like, you can't do the same thing over and over, like with Rises Men. And then comes along some, well, otherwise known as bullshit, I like to call. And it's about how hitting an enemy doesn't always mean it could stun lock them. At first, I thought about this because also there's also that. I said also twice. I am a fucking retard. There's also the fact that Aiden doesn't climb on things sometimes, even though you do the input. I mean, I saw the graffiti. He doesn't grab things. Oh yeah, I gotta save like 50, no 50.
I don't know how to thank you. Will this do?
Achievement already! I thought I had to save 50, but nah. Achievement got. Right now, I'm trying to get 100% for my achievements, which is gonna be hard without New Game Plus, of course. But it will be easy when that comes out, and they did say that it was coming out soon for the, I believe, next update. They did say it was for the PC only for a while, but they are going to transfer it over to console, which is something that I'm excited for. I always like the New Game Plus that they did, because it takes off the tedious way of just like managing saves and doing all this crap just to get some achievements but not the rest and all that other shit. It's just very annoying in a way. Didn't mean to grab these UV shrooms, but at the same time I can make them into these things called well, I call them inhalers, but yeah, they are inhalers. They're like immunity boosters. I can make those. I think I got every blueprint in the game, which is, I like how they did with the boosters. The boosters are basically potions. And if you're wondering where the guns are and all that, well, good news for you. There are guns, but they are limited. They are limited to just a few shots. But if you upgrade them, you can get more shots, you know? Like with the left finger of Golva, that's a bad example. It is a gun, but it's just your left finger. And you remember how the right ball of Golva, how it was? It's basically like that, but it's like the spirit gun basically from, what was that anime called? Yeah, I don't care. But yeah. And then there's the Dying Force where it's literally the Force. But they changed it where you don't choke the zombies out anymore, which is kind of dumb. Kind of defeats the purpose of Dying Force. Then there's also decoys, which is spikes, firecrackers, the Molotovs, and as you notice, they have these little bars at the bottom. They are for sort of what was it? Efficiency. There we go. Efficiency, the amount produced, like lockpicks. It extends the lockpick durability. You could do some force opens on medium locks or whatever, even higher than the amount produced for just 5 measly scraps. Scraps have been upgraded, where you can hold a lot more than you used to. Because, and also the core charm got fixed. It definitely got fixed. Aye aye. There's also these sort of GRE, what's it called, facilities, where you can find your inhibitors and such. You could just go through the door, but I recommend going at night. You don't want to have to deal with those volatiles. They are tough. They are basically sort of bullet sponges like in Call of Duty. They're sort of like bullet sponges, as I said. Better move over to the right. But yeah, they're basically hit sponges. That's a better way to call them. I like rolling. It helps just... And also, the Kukuri makes a return. And the billhook makes a return. And if you're wondering where the last hope is, and all that, well, I will show you later. Definitely will.
others. Worry about it.
Whoop. There are these nightmare challenges that I have not done either, which I completely forgot about. Oh wait, I gotta show you something. These campfires over here, they are awesome. Reason why? You can sit here, you can heal slowly, and you can also listen to the talking
You're really
of
buying all
the
this crap about the
NPCs.
newcomer?
Saw him climb that tower myself. Jack and Joe could have took him. Never seen nothing like it.
And
Swear.
there you have
20
it.
seconds, he was flying. Oh, come on.
That was a little bit of lag in the sound. It is fixable, but since I'm playing on a save that is before all the updates and such, it's sort of freaking out in a way. I hope to get rid of this fog because it's kind of dumb. It was only used for literally the last mission. It's kind of useless now, I suppose. It is a good place to farm for infected. It is a good place for that, but... And you will need to farm a lot of infected. Like you will need to farm a lot of infected to upgrade your blueprints. And I guess that's kind of what I dislike as well. Don't really like the fact that you can farm, that you have to farm a lot of stuff to just max out a blueprint, then you gotta do it to the other blueprints. It's such a tedious process. It's just kind of, why? There's also the ability to see your own durability, your level, the time of day, your health. So it's a lot of cool. Oh yeah, there's these little specials encounters after the whole sort of game where you could just do. I'ma die. Whoa, I slid on the ground. I hate these fire dudes as well. Look for the cordyceps. That was weird. Oh hey, the reinforced stick. That's like from way at the beginning. Come here, you freaking fire dude. There. That's the end. I took some damage, some heat, but I got full medicine, so I'm just gonna bloop. Then if I go to a, you know, to a campfire, I can heal the rest of it. Now, there are very hard chests. I heard some people saying that there aren't any hard chests, which lowers the difficulty for, you know, lockpicking. But there is very hard chests. There, you just have to complete the end, or just find the sunken airdrops, and then you'll basically have a good time. Also, this is the first time I'm seeing rain, and it actually just turned night. Wow. Now, I'll show the nighttime and how it is. Now, with this whole thing with immunity and stuff, it's a tedious process to get a hang of, but it feels very immersive after you do. As you can see, I'm traveling through safe zones just to remain safe, but I will show you a chase later on in the night. Oh shit. Roll. And also, as people said, the parkour, in my opinion, is floaty. It is sort of like floaty, but that's how real life kind of is. It's not like a straight drop, unless you're just falling from the start. If you're jumping, you do like an arc, then you well, not slowly, but you do fall down. Now, I'm gonna fight this thing and show sometimes how some of the bullshit is not only in just the humans, but in some of the infected as well. Like, how did that hit me while I hit her? There's also a... Whoa, okay, that was weird. Ow, though. There's also the fact that Aiden can do exactly the same as Crane, where he can knock them back with that, and he can also knock them back with drop kick. And the dodge doesn't work sometimes, and with what the hell? With this sort of okay, with this sort of kick, you can knock them back, but they do learn. Bruh. Dodging does not work in this game sometimes. It's not that I didn't dodge in the wrong way either. Oh yeah, you could also knock them down with this. Don't get why you can activate it like that. There should be. Also, there should be a restriction on the ground pound. Instead of having all weapons do it, only the two-handed, because it makes sense. For godly. It's kind of dumb. But at the same time, Aiden is superhuman. He will never stand up to Crane. Crane is OG, and he'll never be. In terms of strength and agility, yes, he's pretty good. But Crane, for a human, just with no engineer or whatever, just training by the GRE, you see all the shit that he could do, and it just wows, I suppose. I'm gonna have an aneurysm because I dodged that. See how some of the bullshit is in the infected as well. I do hate how the upgrading the blueprint system works. I get it's to make it more immersive, but it's sort of annoying. You can actually duck under that, like, if he does it again. Well, that was the wrong one. That's the one where you can't duck under. That's the one that you can dunk under. Where he winds up from the left. And he goes right over your character. And it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool detail that they added. I landed in a fire pit. Oh, I'm the worst gamer in the world. But I am trying. You can also knock them back with that if they don't block it. I did the dodge input, but okay. Makes sense. As you could tell, it's not on its full gamma settings. It's at 20. But if I go all the way up to 40, it gets non-immersive. It's all bright and stuff. And then once I put it down to like 30, it's good enough to see things. Then at my previous 20, which is the default settings, it's sort of darkened. Now, me and my friend discovered this, but if you want it dark, and like Dying Light dark, horror dark, go down to 10. It's still a little bit light, but only from the fucking moon, and the fires, and the lights, the glow sticks, there we go. Only from that. That's it. That's all you can see, and also from these weird things. But yes, that's all you can see. All of it. Your flashlight barely lights anything, especially in the dark like here. Barely lights anything at all. It does reach out though. Now, if you want to go crazy, put it on 0. This is the true experience that what I like to call hell. Shit. That was wrong timing. Also, I can't see anything, but that's the crazy. From where I play, I either play it on 10, 15, or 20. That's the recommended of what I use. I would go on 15 just to have that aesthetically Dying Light feel. Oh, by the way, have I mentioned that the medkits are practically useless at level 1? Sure, it does bring back health like it's supposed to, but it's very minuscule. Minuscule. There we go. And you should upgrade your medkits first and foremost. That's the basics for me. From me, I upgrade the medkits first. Because if you don't upgrade the medkits, you're gonna have a tough time getting through the game. Ah, that was stupid of me. Alright, now these sort of immunity boosters, they boost that timer up there. I mean, you know how this area is clunky? How these, like, let me turn on the HUD. It's RPG. You know how all this is clunky and you don't want to see that health bar so you can have that experience? You could go to action or immersive, where all you see is a dot crosshair. Everything else is off. But what I like to do is dynamic, without the crosshair either. Because this is truly a good experience. You don't have that clunk. You don't have to worry about a lot of things. The timer's on because it's glitched. I have turned it off. Like, look, I have turned it off. Like, immunity timer. Off. For some reason it glitches out. I hope they fix it in the future. But at the same time, it gets confusion. But okay. Ah, that was dumb of me. Ah, I should have ducked. Oh, I like this detail. If dodging too much, you'll start to fall back. I like that detail. People might think it as annoying, but would you really dodge so much that you wouldn't trip? But yeah, to have that authentic feel of Dying Light, I would suggest putting everything on dynamic. You can still check everything from here. And I like how the infected also learn to block. It shows how evolution is. Now my friend, you might remember him as Slinky, but he doesn't like the evolution of the zombies. He thinks it's annoying. But I told him that's how evolution is. It's weird and it's unpredictable. They can learn so many things without us only knowing. I dodged backwards. Everybody saw that right there. That's some bullshit. That's one thing that I do not like. I like that I can do this, by the way. Nice. Level 9. Take that. Anyways, here we go with sort of. Dropkick is still overpowered as shit. That infected is weird. Anyways, onto the video. Why did I say onto the video? We're not panning over to a video. But anyways, the game is all around pretty fun. A good time waster at the end too, with all the side quests and stuff. You don't have to do all the side quests. And leveling up to level 9 is basically getting all the skills. That's it. That's all you gotta do. It's fun. It's fun to play. And it has something for everyone. It's just fun. I like it. Fun game. I still do wish they kept the grittier feel. Oh, and another thing. I do not like how they refuse to put volatiles roaming around. Because then what's the point of volatiles? I get it. I get it. It's for the final two phases of a run. It's for that and all that other stuff. But what's the point of having volatile in the game when you barely encounter that? Oh, it is used for story, but even then it's very lacking because they don't really look all that terrifying. Call me disappointed, but I am sort of. Ugh. That's it. Just, it's okay. I'm not there. Do I really care? Like, it is there. It is a thing. Oh, yeah. I hurt myself. I have glitched myself. No, I shall perish. That's another thing. Some of the glitches in this game, weird, and how the fuck do they happen? But yeah, I'm gonna die because of the infection. Actually, I probably won't because of how much time we have. Kinda wish I could get out of this. Like, respawn. I would like... Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Seizure warning. My bad. Seizure warning. Yes. I can do that. And it's honestly very helpful when you're surrounded by runners or surrounded by just regular zombies. Or even, well, volatiles. Surprisingly, it keeps them at bay sometimes. I hate that I'm stuck now. And I don't know what to do besides quit, which is a little annoying. I kind of wish they could fix the bugs. But it's not too many bugs like Fallout 76 on release. Also, Fallout 76 has fixed its whole problem. It does have glitches. It does have glitches. But, and I will say this, it is fun to play with a friend. It is very fun to play with a couple friends. Of course, you can talk trash about it and not try it at all and forget about the whole thing. That's fine. But if you don't try something, I get it's a lot of money, so buy it on sale, get it for free somewhere. I don't know, but it's just much more fun when we're friends. It's just fun, at least to me. I get that it's not to every Fallout lover. I do love Fallout. It's one of my favorite top 10 games. Reason why I love Fallout is I love apocalyptic games like Dying Light 2, even Dying Light 2, Fallout. I don't have many apocalyptic. Oh wait, is Bioshock? Bioshock is more horror. Yeah, it's more of horror. What else? Last of Us. That's another one that I really like. Far Cry New Dawn kind of ripped away the whole experience of Far Cry. Kind of sucked. Not gonna lie. Destiny's just all around trash now. I don't care what anybody says. To me, this is my opinion and my opinion alone. Boring as shit. Repetitive as shit. Also, why am I in the bazaar of all places when I was in the city when I quit? I am confused. But I at least can find a bow here. Or dirty katana. I do, and I really do mean this when I say this. But GTA 5, the GTA series is done. I know people don't want to hear that. I know people don't like to hear that. But let's be honest. Let's really be honest here. It just barely started development. Barely started development. You know how that sounds to people? It sounds like you're lazy. It sounds you're lazy, Rockstar. That you think you just keep on updating when people want a new game with newer stuff in it. It's lazy. It's stupid. It's just like, what the fuck? You just barely started working on it? What the fuck have you been doing? It's just very fucking stupid, in my opinion. Like, what the fuck? You may say they're trying. You may say they've been working on it. No! They literally announced in an ad that I watched not that long ago, like a couple weeks ago, more than likely a couple weeks ago, that they were just barely starting to work on it. You know what that made me feel? It made me just give up entirely on all of the game. Just made me go, well, that's it. That's it. It's done. It's in the trash now. Gone and forgotten. At least to me. GTA 5 is now super boring after you've done everything. Even if you do the story, it's done. It's just done. I get that people don't want to hear that. I get that people want to hear hope. But that's the thing. The world ain't doing so hot. We got this whole pandemic going on. Still going on, mind you. People are taking it less seriously, of course, because we have gotten the vaccine, boosters, and all that. And that's fine. But it's when doing sort of stupid things that will get you more in risk with it, which is kind of how I feel. It's just like crud, and I get it. The whole fucking shit has gone to shit. 2021 was a horrible year. 2022 is not looking so hot either. It's not looking so good at all, especially with the Ukraine and its conflict with Russia. Now, I want to raise a sort of awareness. I know I'm not a big YouTuber and all that and yada yada bullshit, but it's a serious thing. It's a real serious thing. People are dying. Children and mothers and families are fucking dying. Over what? Just some land? Just some land with barely anything? With just people who are living peacefully? It's like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? What's the point? What's the point of war sometimes? I don't get it. I'm still am a kid. But I do know wars. Most wars are stupid. The Korean War. We didn't have to get involved with it. We didn't have to deal with it. The Vietnam War. We were gonna get involved either way. But what was the point of staying there? We lost so many Americans. We lost so many people from other countries too. We lost a lot of people back in our day just for some stupid wars. World War I didn't end shit because there was another World War. Another World War II. And even after World War I, break the fucking Depression. This turned into a whole history channel for no fucking reason, but I don't care. I am venting about this shit. It's all gone to shit. With the stock market crashes now that are happening, it's just... Is there another Great Depression on the rise? And if that's the case, holy fuck. We're fucked. With the children of Gen Z being raised on TikTok technology and shit, and with the people in school right now as I'm speaking, right now as I'm studying with them, don't give two craps. They think it's all, oh yeah, I can just do this disrespectful thing and be cool. I get it. School, childhood, when you look back on it in your adulthood, you think, what the fuck am I doing? Why do I seem like that? Why do I look like an idiot? Why do I sound like an idiot? Why do I act like a fucking dumbass? And what I say to this, maturity. Puberty back then in your lives was the worst fucking time. It's the worst for everybody's time, especially in middle school, especially when you're having to deal with fucking bullies. One bully in particular, too, if you're dealing with that one time that a bully just fucking keeps on going at your fucking throat, at your fucking jaw, at your temple, every fucking weak spot that you have. When he keeps on going for that, when he or she or they or whatever fucking pronouns you use, I don't care. Everybody can bully another one. Everybody can sexually harass somebody. Why did I include that? I don't fucking know. But everybody can do something to another person. Everybody has that probability, has that chance to do that. I may be a kid, but I know what I'm fucking talking about. Because I have been through it. I have been through shit and hell. Of course not war. Of course not war. I'm not old enough for that. And if I go into that, I'm going to end up with PTSD. Even more severe anxiety than I have. Even more depression than I have. And I'm going to end up killing myself. That's just how I'm going to be. That's how I'm going to end up if I go into war. And with everything, people don't care. Children don't care. They think it's just disrespecting is cool. Looking like sluts is cool. Bullying people is cool. They think that's cool. Cool is a figure of speech. And frankly, I could give two fucks about it. Of course I'm talking about it because I want to raise awareness to some people out there who can't stand up for themselves. I couldn't stand up for myself. I'll be honest. I couldn't stand up for myself back in middle school. And I regret it. I regret it. Because I got police involved. I got the fucking principal involved. I got several people involved because I wanted to kill myself and I acted out on it. I acted out to kill myself over it. Over because just one kid putting me down into the fucking dumpster fire that is middle school. And I want to raise awareness to the people who can't handle their shit because they're afraid. They don't know how to handle it. They never experienced this. This is the first time probably dealing with something like this. It's like, what the fuck? The people of Gen Z, the children of Gen Z are not gonna live long. I'm going to be totally honest. With the people of Gen Z, we're kind of fucked. Of course, as we go older, there are new boomers, old boomers, whatever fucking shit you want to call them. But we're all people. We all have feelings. We're not fucking rocks. We all have something to say. We all have something to think. We all have some problem with us. We all have something that's going on in our lives that are preventing us from fucking living. And it sucks. It sucks a lot. And it is life. That's how life is. But we can change it. We can make it better. We just refuse to because we are fucking dumbasses. We're children. We don't listen to adults for some reason because we think it's all cool and it's all fun. But when life hits you, when the boss fucking tells you to do work, when the boss tells you to fucking stop slacking off, you're gonna get fired. That's it. You're gonna get put in the fucking grinder. That quote is from Good Burger, and I like that movie. I'll be honest, I like that movie. That movie is fucking hilarious. But yes, you'll be put in the fucking grinder. You'll be fucked. Fucked. It sucks. It sucks in the world that we live now. No need to make it more fucking worse. Bad fucking grammar. Fuck. On a lighthearted note, the people of Ukraine are getting help. We are trying to do something. We are trying to pile up a force for war crimes. We are trying to do that. But at the same time, with Russia still continuing its massacre for all the civilians of Ukraine. Sure, they are fighting back, but that's their country. That's their home. They want to fight to protect their land, to protect their hometowns. With Putin being a fucking asshole. And with all the Russian speakers saying that it's fine, that it's It's a beneficial thing. No, it is not. It's beneficial for them, maybe, but not for everybody. After they take Ukraine, what else if we don't do anything? They're gonna think we're weak. They're gonna think we can do whatever. Why am I talking about politics? I don't fucking know. I'm a child and I don't fucking know. But I'm venting. I'm venting about this shit. And even the children of my age is getting serious over this shit. It's getting serious to the point where why the fuck are we going to wars anymore? Why the fuck are we doing conflicts anymore? I get it. Dictatorships, communism, shit like that. We may think that capitalism is good, but next thing you know, capitalism is bad. And all that other shit are fucking, I don't. What's the point? What's the fucking point? Please. If anybody watches this video, please explain in the comments. Please. I really want to know. I do like studying wars. But most of the wars that we have been for nothing. They've been for nothing. We save somebody's country, give them a government and shit like that. They're having a tough time still. They don't know how to control the government. They've never been taught. They never get into it. So what's the point? Why can't we coexist? Why we humans have to violently slaughter so many people? I get it. Life. And that's how human biology is. From the dawn of humanity, we've attacked each other for survival. Those were the old days. That was for survival. But look at what we're doing now. To everybody we know. To everybody we don't know. And we refuse to know. It's just so fucking confusing and just irritating to me. A fucking child. A fucking child I am. And I'm getting into this shit. Noting that it's just pointless. It may be a childish fantasy or anything, but how we can make it possible, can't we? We can actually make it possible, can't we? Can't we get people to be happy? Can't we get the future of mankind to actually live? I really don't know anymore. I kind of given up on humanity. With the stuff that I see and the stuff that I searched up, I have seen countless amounts of weird shit on the internet nowadays. Where people have fetishes over children, over corpses, over gore. I really want to know what goes on into these people's heads. What makes them think that that stuff is right. I really don't get it sometimes. It's confusing to me. I'm not shaming in fetishes. No. I'm perfectly fine with them. Except when it has to deal with things like pedophilia. What was that fucking shit called? It's not narcolepsy. No, narcolepsy is a sleep problem. Necrophilia. Then gore. I don't play this game just to get my rocks off to the amount of blood and shit that I can do. No. No. Just no. Humanity needs to take a look in the damn mirror and reflect. We have guilt and shame that we need to pay attention to. If we had a world without shame or guilt, what's stopping us from murdering everybody? What's stopping us from fucking everybody that we see? What's stopping us from fucking cheating, lying, bitching about? What's stopping us from all that? Shame and guilt. Shame and guilt are what's stopping us. It sucks to see the world like this. It really does. And it sucks to know that childish fantasies and peace around the world and all that shit will never come true. But it is a good thing to raise awareness for it. Raise awareness for it. It is a good thing to know how many things happen, how much shit it all gone to. It is a good thing to note about that. And it's a good thing to pay attention to these sort of things, especially the Ukrainian conflict going on right now. They're in dire need of help. We could have helped them before. We couldn't have, because it would start a World War III. I get that, and it would launch. It would be devastating because both sides have nukes. I'm pretty sure everybody knows about that, but let me emphasize that some more. Fucking nukes! If any of the side shoots a nuke at the other, we're gonna have an all-out nuclear warfare. The earth is done. We're all fucking dead when that happens. And my town, my city, born and raised in this town that I do not want to see fall because of some stupid fucking conflict, will be targeted first in the United States. We have the most military bases around in this city. We're fucked if we have a nuclear war. We're fucked when that happens. This is real world conflict going on right now that we're risking the whole world about. We're even killing off the earth already with all the shit that we do. It's good to raise awareness about this stuff, but it's better to put it into action, to actually help. It got me to give up humanity. It got me to that point. I'm sure people are joking around and saying, "Oh, he's giving up on humanity." No, I really have given up. I really have given up on it. I don't think we can change. I'm a pessimist. I'm trying to be an optimist, but I can't be an optimist. I'm pessimist for life. That's how I was raised. How I was raised by my dad. Not many people have had a fucking dad. Not many people had a family. And the fact that we're treating them like shit is astounding. It's... what the fuck? That's the best phrase I could come up with. Just what the fuck? With life nowadays, it just hurts so much. It hurts to the point where you think that you shouldn't continue anymore. Or you just stop and take your own life. It makes you get to that point. Some people not as much as others, but we all get to that point. No matter if we're always happy or what, we all have fucking masks that we put on our faces every time we leave our humble abodes. I have a mask. I have a mask. Let that sink in. Children have masks. Guess what? We were all raised that way in school. And there's no changing that because of how school is. Nowadays, we have practically every sort of equation on the internet. Even that it's regularly updating. And you may think, oh, this man's gonna say, what's the point of education systems in school? There is a point. There is a point. It's to teach the children how real life is. How real life's gonna be for them. It's not about the education system. That's why it's been the same. It's about how life is. How we're gonna deal with all this shit. And it hurts. Every part of life hurts. Death. Despair. War. Losing a job. Everything like that. It all hurts. It is a part of life, but why do we have to make it more and more worse with our actions? What's the point of making it all worse? What's the point of making it worse? That's all I gotta say. What's the point? Someday we might end up like this. Struggling to survive. Struggling to make our way through. Struggling to deal with things our own way. We're struggling with every part of our lives, just sucking so much that we struggle with every single deal. Every single ordeal that we have, we are struggling, like I'm struggling with getting up this cliff. Not cliff, building. I struggle with that. For how the world is now, I really doubt that we'll see any change. I really doubt that we'll ever see the world as peaceful. It will forever remain like this. It's always good to raise awareness, but what's the point of raising awareness if it doesn't change? Sure, you're saying keep a positive outlook or whatever. That if the positive outlook can never come true. Going in this fight's just like that. Like me and this fucking bullshit. He's trying, but he can't hit me sometimes. And it's like that for every day for some reason. Just to scare destruction, knowing that the world will never change, and forever stay like this. It sucks. It really does, especially to a little kid like me, knowing that other kids have to put up with this shit. Like me trying to battle this match. You think it's too strong. It's very terrifying having to deal with war in your country. It's very terrifying having to be kicked out of your own home by a different country. Maybe even put on the streets. Maybe to live. It's worse to live than it is to death sometimes. It's like zombies. Like, what if they still can think like a human? They cannot control their bodies. And it will break down. Very terrifying. Just the thought of it. But with it actually happening, it's very terrifying. Very unsettling too. Just all around. On a lighthearted note, this game, it's fun to play. It's fun to waste time on. It's fun to try. Just to try sometimes. Sure, it does get unfair. Like how life is sometimes. But it just adds on to fun sometimes. I keep saying sometimes. It's the only word I know. I do like how people are raising awareness for this sort of thing. And they are making videos, I suppose, about it. They're talking about it and they're making it known that things are happening that we ourselves aren't doing anything to do about it. Sure, we don't have to get involved in this. So many people are dying. Let that sink in. Would you rather sit on the sidelines? Let whatever God you believe in take the wheel? Or take control of your situation? Fight against the darkness of these people. The darkness that plagues their soul. Would you rather fight? Would you rather run? Or not give two shits about it at all? Let that sink in. And maybe you could help. Maybe small. But I am someone that you should listen. Everybody should be someone that you should listen to.
I see you.
There's no reason why you wouldn't listen to someone. Otherwise, not to hear whatever bullshit they have. moments where
Please, take this for saving
people
me.
get annoying, where people are insufferable. But it's respect. Respect. For to pay attention to people when they talk. It's respectful to show that you care. That you're listening. People might think I'm overreacting about this sort of thing. I really think I'm not.
Fuck me. People will always
It really
complain.
seems that people
We're alive, and
are
that's what
undermining everything. Really want to change that, but I know I can't.
Do you remember how he came to us? Poor fellow. I felt
Someday I
sorry for
will.
him. He was charming.
Who knows? Maybe. Maybe I'll get there
the card was good for me.
and show you what have I been doing.
Everyone, we should be getting ready for bed.
What have we been up to? Why haven't we done something? Why haven't we cared? One thing I want to ask to everybody, to whomever is listening in, why are we like this? Why can't we just
You couldn't have screwed up more
coexist
than you did.
in a way? Why can't we just live together? It's because of race, because of thought process, because of human biology.
You weren't there.
I really want to know.
I regret that.
I'm not kidding around with this question either. I really want to know. It's a very important thing that I'm trying to figure out. Reason why I want to know this, it's so I can learn how life is. I'm still a kid after all. But that doesn't change the question. Please, by all means, answer me. On a lighthearted note, Slinky, my friend, he's a good friend. I really care for him. We do get into arguments, we do yell at each other, but that's what happens. That's what friends are. That's what friends do. It's not a bad thing. Definitely not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to get into fights. It can be a good thing. Can be provided with some good surprises. You know, I always said about some things. It There are some things that I'm not proud of. There are some things that I regret. I will not know into them because they are private. But just know that I regret things too.
Oh, it's okay. So there's no problem.
I have things that I need to repent. That I need to repay. Some people may think of these things as insignificant, not worthy of attention. But I'll let you know. Every mistake that we do in our lives shapes us as a person. All of us people, we pay attention to the negative parts of our lives more than the positive parts that we have. That's just biology. Sure, we have those moments where we do find clarity. Most of the time, do we? Because essentially, sometimes when I think about it, we all die when we find ourselves, our true selves. Because what if there is no psychological end to trying to find ourselves? And when we do find ourselves, then what's the, doing anything after that? Because as you keep learning, keep on doing things, experiment a little, you'll find out what you like and don't like. But when you find everything and you know who you are as a person, I believe you sort of essentially die. In other words, reason why I think like that is because what's the point of figuring out life when you already found what it means? People are always asking, what's the point of life? Well, let me ask you a different question. What's not the point? What's not the point of life? To not have a family, to not live, to not spend time with people,
Wonder what happened to the bells.
to not care, to not believe in a god. Please, educate me.
Hope they have flour today.
And I'll give you some time. And I know there's nobody watching us at this time. But to whoever stumbled across this video, whoever subscribed to me, well, it's your time. The clock's ticking. Alright. Time's up. Go ahead and put your answer in the comments. Or just say it out loud, I suppose. I don't know how I'm supposed to hear that though. Yeah. Go ahead and just put it in the comments. Maybe you might surprise me.
I hope Jack Matt
Who
deals
knows?
with these damn renegades. I don't want my name ending up in some memorial down in the
You might. You just.
She's our greatest enemy.
Sorry if I'm feeling down now. I really do wonder sometimes, you know? What's the point? Maybe a kid, but it doesn't mean I don't need to learn. I don't want to learn. Some kids do. Some kids still do. Fortunately, we are overshadowed by the popular. The mass.
This is PK territory. Community still
Alright.
means something here.
I should let
There's
it.
one
I
thing I'd ask
shouldn't
for
keep
in
it all
exchange,
groggy.
though. You said before you met pilgrims. They as cunning as they say?
People are getting
I've seen many
people are
pilgrims,
getting
but only known
professional
one.
help and stuff
People say
and
they're
are
criminals,
talking about
no
it.
conscience,
But
no principles.
yeah,
You'll have to be the judge.
so
In 23,
it's a good thing.
Berlin fell. All of Germany was lost.
It's never a bad thing
My
to
friend
get
Bernard
help.
got work for us at Dortmund.
It's
The
a,
plan: take a year doing jobs others wouldn't.
some people
spend
are
every
afraid to
penny on
get help
medication.
because
We'd return with the
how they may
medicine
seem
and
to
set up our
everybody
families
else.
for life. I'm not
But
proud of what we did, but
if that everybody
at the
else
end of the year we went home.
are people
When we got to
who
Leipzig,
dislike you,
it was surrounded
who don't
by
care
bandits and
for you,
slavers. One day
fuck 'em.
Bernard returned with a woman
Just
who claimed to be a pilgrim.
ask for help.
She agreed to see us through.
Doesn't matter if you seem like a pussy or anything. It doesn't matter. I'm from personal experience. It's better to say something than to say nothing. Let that be a lesson. stand up to like this. Stand up. Stand up to people. Don't care. Like that. Bully them back. Show them how it feels. How painful it hurts. It sucks. Sure you may think then you're just basically adding to the masses. Such. Exactly no. You're teaching them. You don't have to remain that way to them. You could change. Everybody can change. When people say they're incapable of changing, they usually don't want to change. They may think it's fun to mess around, to be dicks sometimes, but at the same time, why? Why put someone through so much suffering as if they hadn't had any already? What's the point? Anyways, that concludes my rant. Back to Dying Light stuff. Back in the 2021 trailer, they did this dark feel of all of this. It still had vegetation and stuff. Still had that. But they changed a lot of it. A lot of the sequences, a lot of the stuff. They changed a lot. And I was just like, why? I get it, there's deadlines for stuff, but it makes for a not so fun gameplay. Not so fun as the usual one. Not so good graphics. Annoying. Just kind of very gracious when you fly. Anyways, that concludes my video. So, thank you for enjoying this little rant, I suppose. But yeah, that's my afterthoughts. Hope you had